Hello, tonight our lesson is on the surface area of prisms. So we are going to look at two different kinds of prisms. First we have the rectangular prism, this one right here. Okay, it's called a rectangular prism because all of the faces are rectangles. And if we were to count up all the faces, in other words, all the flat surfaces on the outside of the prism, how many faces would there be? What do you think? 3? No, there's more than that. Okay, if you said 6, you're right. There are 6 faces because each face would have an opposite rectangular face that's the exact same size. So there are a total of 6 faces on the rectangular prism. And to find the surface area, we would need to account for the area of all 6 of those rectangular faces. Here we have a triangular prism. All right, how many faces does the triangular prism have? It's not 6. Okay, the answer is 5. There are 2 faces that are triangles. Okay, so this face here and its opposite face in the back of this picture, those 2 are triangle faces. And then we have 3 rectangular faces. We'd have like the 2 sides here, and then also there's the face that if this shape was sitting on a table, it would be the face that's resting on the table. So there are a total of 5 faces for the triangular prism. And to calculate the surface area, we would need to account for all 5 faces. All right, so here is a rectangular prism. Let's calculate surface area. All right, so to account for the 6 faces, I'm going to list them so I don't forget where they are. All right, and let's see. Here we have the front face. And then there's also going to be a face opposite that in the back that's the exact same size. So I'm going to put here front and back. And those would measure 2, they don't give us a unit here. So we'll just go say it's centimeters. 2 centimeters times 3 centimeters. And then times it by 2 because there's a front and a back. Okay, here along the side, we'll call these the sides, okay? You have a right and a left side or whatever. So this side has a length of 4 this way. It's 4 in that direction. And then how high is it? Well, it's the same as this right here. It's 2. So the sides are going to be 4 centimeters times 2 centimeters and then double it to account for each side. Okay? And let's see what we have left. We still have 2 more faces. All right? So in this orientation, I'm going to say that there is a top face right here, and its counterpart would be on the bottom. Okay, and so I'll put here top, bottom. And let's see, so this length right here is 4. And then this length right here is 3. And then times by 2 to account for both of them. All right, so that would give me all 6 faces, and I can simply multiply and add up the area of the faces. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So here, 2 times 3 times 2, that would equal 12 centimeters squared. Area is always in squared units. The sides are going to be 4 times 2 times 2. That would equal 16 centimeters squared. And then the top and bottom, 4 times 3 times 2, that would equal 24 centimeters squared, and I can add all those up. So that totals 52 square centimeters for the surface area. Okay, so if this rectangular prism, if it was, say, like a present and we were wrapping it, okay, the amount of paper to cover the surface would equal 52 square centimeters, not including any extra for overlap. Okay, so that's the answer for this problem, 52 square centimeters. All right, go ahead and calculate the surface area for this rectangular prism. Pause your video, then restart to check your answer. Welcome back from pausing the video. Let's go ahead and list all the faces. So here we're going to list a front and a back. Okay, the front is going to be 12 by this dimension right here. What's that dimension? It's 6. So 12 times 6, and then times it by 2 to account for both front and back. Okay, let's do the sides. Okay, sides are going to be 4 this way and 6 that way, and times 2 to count for left and right. And then we have top and bottom. All right, the top is 12 in this direction, and how much in this direction? It's 4. So 12 times 4, and then 2. Okay? So let's go ahead and multiply. 12 times 6 is 72 times 2. That's 144 square centimeters. 4 times 6 times 2 is 48. 12 times 4 is 48, times 2 is 96. And then add them all up. All right, so the total surface area adds up to 288 square centimeters. How'd you do? Okay, let's try another one. Next we have a triangular prism. Remember from the opening slide that the triangular prism has 5 faces. There are going to be 2 faces that are triangles. This face and then this face. Then the other 3 will be rectangular. So let's talk about then, how do we find the area of a triangle? Remember the formula? Sure you do. It's base times height divided by 2. Now, if I'm going to have 2 triangle faces, if I take the base and the height of the triangle, divide it by 2, that would give me the area of 1, then I'd multiply by 2 to account for the other face. But notice this. If I take base times height over 2 and multiply it by 2, I get the same number I would get as if I just multiplied the base times the height together. In other words, if I consider that triangle to be a rectangle or a parallelogram, I can just go base times height, and that would give me the total area of both faces. So that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the triangle faces first, and to find their area, I'm just going to multiply the base times the height. So that would be 4 inches times 3 inches. And that accounts for area of both faces. All right, and now let's do the sides. There are 3 sides. Okay, here we have 8 by 5. That's one side. Let me erase some of this so we can see a little bit better. All right, and then we have this side over here. What's that length? It's 8. And then we have that side, that's a 3. So 8 by 3 is another side. And then we have 4 by 8. All right, so that accounts for all 5 faces. Let's add them up. 4 times 3 is 12 square inches. 8 times 5 is 40 square inches. 8 times 3 is 24 square inches. And 4 times 8 is 32 square inches. And then we add up all the areas together. So this would add up to 8. It looks like 108 square inches for total surface area. All right, here's another triangular prism. Go ahead, pause your video, calculate the area of all the sides, all 5 sides, add them up, then restart the video to check your answer. Welcome back from pausing the video. Let's start by listing the triangle faces, and I'll just go base times height to account for both of them. So the triangle faces are 12 by 9. So 12 centimeters times 9 centimeters. Okay, and just doing that would account for both of them, like at the previous problem. All right, now I have the sides. Okay, so let's do this side right here. This is 18. Oh, okay, we have to do a little bit of work, but I'm just going to give you the answer. This side right here is 15. Because this is a right triangle, 9 by 12. So this hypotenuse side would be 15 for that triangle. So this is going to be 18 by 15. Okay. And then we have this side, that's 18 by 9. And then we have the side like it would be the side that it's resting on. Okay, down here. So that's 18 by 12. All right, so 12 times 9 is 108. 18 times 15 is 270. 18 times 9 is 162. And then 18 times 12 is 216. And let's add them all up. So that's 16, carry the 1. That adds up to 756 square centimeters. Well, how'd you do? Hopefully you didn't get stuck on that part right there, but if you did, that's all right. All right, well, thanks for listening.